We started the festival primarily to promote an idea we had for a magazine, and the magazine will be called the same thing as the festival, which is Resource. Both Hayden and myself run labels, and I think the idea of the festival, I think for both of us, is to sort of exemplify this angle of diversity and really expand on it.
I think one of the main things about Resource was that we've lived here in Krakow for a number of years, and we love the diversity of the artists and what's going on musically here, and we kind of wanted to share that a little bit. And the idea of the magazine was to bring what's happening in the region, being Central, possibly Eastern Europe, to kind of a wider English-speaking audience. And so actually the idea of Resource has two kind of meanings. It has a meaning as a resource of artists in the region to kind of know what's going on in the region, but also actually for the wider world to know what's going on in this region. And there's some fantastic music coming out of this region, and that's kind of what our idea is to share.
In a way, I grew up here, even if I moved here when I was 19 or 18. So Krakow was always for me a city where I really learned something, and it still works. Like, I can still enjoy the vibe, the people. However, the older I am, the more demanding I am, for sure. Because I was searching for a long time, and I'm still searching, but certain paths I would like to explore a bit more. I try to find new musicians, younger people that could, I don't know, provide fresh energy. And it's 1 million people city, so I hope it can all go a good way. But yeah, it's good city to be. But of course, always you can complain. I'm a bit bored with music. I'm still with sound. I think we should find many different ways to explore the sound, but in reaction to some other people. Like, we need to build the interaction between people. That's the lack of the form of the concert, for example, for me right now. I was organizer for a few years. You've seen me at Echeverria doing things, and I always was thinking, what is the output of my input? Simple thing. If it brings new audience, it's worth of doing this.
I like the idea of just bringing all these people to the same place at one time, to one point, and hoping that maybe at least some of the audience might just appreciate, firstly, what we're trying to do, Hayden and myself, and secondly, they might just expand their horizons slightly, and maybe they'll hear something new, or hear something different, or maybe haven't bothered with before. Maybe they've never given time to a singer-songwriter, for example, because they like avant-garde electroacoustic music, for example, or vice versa. So I like this idea.
Hopefully people appreciate that kind of diversity, because it's so often that you go to a concert or a gig and you kind of see 3 singer-songwriters in a row, and although if you know those artists it might be interesting for you, generally the same kind of genre, I'm not saying it can be boring, but it might be more interesting if you have the diversity of the artists on certain nights, and that's what we've tried to do with the festival.